It's a Kalalal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums across the globe who pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, this is Brother Yahweh. Come now listen to Edify the Bayadawada, the 144,001 men, women, and children. The Israelites that scatter among these heathen nations, who look like these heathens, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, you are the Most High chosen people. Right, this is from the Newsday, newspaper of Trinidad and Tobago, and it says soldier shot by police over enraged at seeing the estranged mother of his child with another man. Right, so the scripture say in Proverbs chapter 6, right, and verse I think it's verse 34, that jealousy is a rage of a man. So by you seeing another man seeing his child mother with another man, they're gonna set him in a rage, right? And that's why the Most High say our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because they reject knowledge, right? So he said, enraged at seeing the estranged mother of his child with another man, a soldier attacked a policeman who was driving along a road in Brazil, right? And there's a place in Trinidad and Tobago called Brazil, right? He said, but the attack would not go as planned, as the policeman shot the soldier in the chest. Police investigating the matter told Newsday the soldier is now in critical condition at the hospital with gunshot wound to his chest. And this is why the scripture says, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, right? Because we refuse to do the things that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said. It said, according to the police source, the police officer identified as P.C. Brown was driving along Brazil Lone Road on Sunday afternoon with his girlfriend of 3 years, who was also a WPC, right? A woman police officer. It said just then the soldier pulled in front of their car with his own. The soldier allegedly got out of the car and attacked the police with a cutlass, who shot him multiple times in the chest. Source told Newsday the soldier had a relationship with the WPC woman police officer, but the two had been estranged for more than 4 years. The WPC then got into a relationship with Brown, which evolved to the point where they had moved in together, right? So, this is a holy part of adultery, you understand, going on, you understand, because even if a man and a woman, they have the difference and they separate for a time, the woman is supposed to remain unmarried. She's not supposed to go look for next man. She's supposed to reconcile back to her man, right? She's not supposed to go look for another man. You understand? This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And who's the Most High people? All right, let me get a quick precept. All right, the Most High people. This is Isaiah 44 and 1. All right. Salakia. All right, this is Isaiah 44 and 1. He said, yet hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So the Israelites, right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian, you are the Most High chosen people, right? Hosea 4 and 6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. So you reject knowledge, you understand, right? You reject knowledge because if a woman depart from her husband, she gotta remain unmarried, right? Let me get that, you understand? This is because they reject to do the things that the Most High taught them to do, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 10. And unto the married I commanded, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. So the marry is the man and the woman, right? Marry is what? Sex. There's how a man and woman is become joined together through a sex, right? He said verse 11, but and if she depart, so if they have a misunderstanding and she depart, this is what the Lord said. But and if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Let she remain unmarried. Don't go and have no sex with no other man. Remain unmarried, right? Because you already have a man, right? Or be reconciled to her husband. Mean go back to your husband when things cool down, right? And let not the husband put away his wife, so he can't put you away and need to reject she. You understand? Reconcile back. Sometimes. So these are the things that the Most High, said that we reject. The ways that He teach you to deal with these situations. This is the knowledge that we reject, and this is why we're being destroyed as a people. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's why we're being destroyed. So, and also a woman cannot put away her husband. She can't say she done with this and go take the next man. There's adultery. You understand? There's adultery, and that's why we're being destroyed as a people. All right? Let me get that. All right, this is the book of Mark. All right? This is why we got to turn back to the ordinance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and forsake our own ways. Our own ways are evil. All right? This is Mark chapter 10, verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband, like these women today in Babylon the Great, they would leave their man and go and get next man, or they would deal with the man and still go and get next man. There's adultery, and there's a sin to death. You understand? Mark chapter 10, verse 12, he said, and if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committed adultery, and there's adultery. There's sin to death. So regardless of the situation with this man and the woman, that they have a child together, she was to remain unmarried. She was not supposed to go and start another relationship with the next man. You understand? Right? And these are the knowledge that we reject, and that's why we're being destroyed. We're being destroyed. You understand? Right? We're being destroyed. Right? And you woman belong to the man as long as he live it. The man that pop you, especially the man that take your virginity, you belong to the man as long as he live it. You understand? You belong to the man, right? Let me get this here. Right, so let me get this in so with this whole situation here, the soldier man supposed to leave this woman alone with this whole situation, because she ended up dealing with the next man. You understand? She ended up dealing with another man. So she already went and had sex with another man. She married to another man. So he's supposed to leave that alone, according to the scripture. And the only way you could put away your wife is if fornication or you found uncleanness in she. And another way that if she's not going according to you, how you want she to go, they could cut you off from your flesh, But let me just bring out these precepts, 35 the Baya Dawada. This is Matthew chapter 5, right? This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 32. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery. So the only way you could put away your woman, right, is if you find fornication, and she fornication, go back to what? Committing adultery, having sex with the next man, or lesbianism or bestiality. You understand? Right? You could put away a wife for them thing because she went and defiled herself. Right? You understand? You could put you away for that. But if you just put you away for any little thing, you understand? You cause she to go and commit adultery. So they're gonna be on you. They're gonna be on the man, and the man also lay with she. They're gonna be on he commit adultery with another man or woman. You understand? So the only way you could put the woman away is if for fornication, or let me get it in let me get it in the apocrypha. Right? Let me get it in the apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 25. Right? It said, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gag abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorcement, and let her go. You understand? Right? So this way you gotta do. You understand? If she go another current to you, cut she off from your flesh. Right? There's another way you could get rid of she. Right? Other than the fornication, which go back to she commit adultery, she went and lay down with an next man, or she lay down with a woman or a beast, Alright, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 32. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, save for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever marry her, that is divorced, committed adultery. You understand? Right? So the only way you can put you away is if, as we read in Sirach 25 and 26, if she's not going according to you, your way, cut she off from your flesh. Right? Or the only way you can put your away is if you find uncleanness in she. Right? You understand? As they say in the law here too. Let me get it in the law. Right? And that's why our people being destroyed. Being destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because they reject the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 1. When a man had taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let her write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. You hear that? She's supposed to leave the house. Now he leave the house and she get the house. Right? This whole society backward. Verse 2. And when she is depart out of the house, she may go and be another man's wife. You understand? She go and be another man's wife. Right? He say, and if the later husband hated her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send it her out of his house, or if the later husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that, she is defiled. So she is defiled. You understand? So this soldier man not supposed to even, going back after, because she defiled. She not lay down with the next man. You understand? So by we reject this knowledge, we being destroyed. You understand? We being destroyed. So, as the scripture say, a woman, if the man gives her a bill of divorcement and sends her out, she could go and have another man. Or if the husband die, right? Let me get that. If the husband die, she had liberty to marry her next man, right? Let me continue. This is Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 4. Her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that, she is defiled, for that is an abomination before the Lord. So there's abomination. You understand? She done defile. She went and live with the next man. You understand? Right? He said, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. Right? You understand? So, we gotta follow these ordinances, or else we can be destroyed. Right? This is 1 Corinthians 7 and 30. Let me get this quick. 7 and 39. Right? There's another way a woman could, get another man other than the bill of divorcement. This is the next way. Right? So a woman don't have the ability to choose a man and put away a man, and this madness was going on in the society, woman filing for divorce and she done with a man and she gonna get next man. All the confusion, the most I gonna destroy all of that. You understand? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 39. They say the wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. So a woman is bound by a man as long as he live. You understand? As long as he live. Right? Verse, it said, but if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. So when her husband dies, she could get another husband. You understand? So this is the ordinance that we gotta follow, or else we can be destroyed. We can always be destroyed, right? You understand? You're not supposed to, like men out there know that this man and the woman getting problem. They will still force themselves in. You understand? To get a piece of the pie. You understand? You're not supposed to do them thing. You understand? Not supposed to do them thing, right? Let me get another precept in Ecclesiasticus. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus. Let me get chapter 9. Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 8. It said, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. So don't look at another man woman. You understand? For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire. You understand? And hey, that's why men is going to rage and kill each other, kill the woman, kill everybody, because jealousy is a rage of a man. You understand? Verse 9, sit not at all with another man's wife. So you're not supposed to sit at all with another man's woman. You understand? He said, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. Right? Fall into destruction. And this what I'm to a lot of men and women out here. You understand? Right? This is what happened to a lot of men and women out here. You understand? This is why it's saying Proverbs 7. No, so like Proverbs 6. Alright? Proverbs 6 and 32. But whoso committed adultery with with a woman lacking understanding, he that doeth it destroyed his own soul. You understand? So you gotta leave that man woman alone. You gotta leave. When these women come in, and these women is life for everything, so they would come and play the victim, like they're being abused, and this man is a beast. You understand? And gonna try to show his sympathy for she. No, don't trust these women. You understand? Don't trust them. Right? So that's why our people being destroyed. You understand? And also why a lot of our women going to commit adultery, right? Because we as men, the Israelite men, we are the most high glory. We went to worship other God. So our glory, which is the woman, the most high allow other men to grind on them. And when you grind on another man, woman, the most high allow another man to grind on your woman, right? As a matter of fact, let me get that, right? This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 29. So he that goeth in to his neighbor's house, to his neighbor's wife, whoso toucheth her shall not be innocent. So when you go on to your neighbor is your brother, because your neighbor is somebody close to you, a kin. So your neighbor is your brother. You understand? I don't know these two individuals, but there's Jakes. You understand? There's Jakes. There's brothers. They are the sons of Jacob. They are Benjamites. They're not no Trinidadians, right? And he go on to his neighbor wife. You understand? Whatever situation they had, how they separate, she was to remain unmarried. According to the ordinance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, she was to remain unmarried, right? So he not innocent. The policeman are innocent, right? You understand? He's not innocent because he went on to his neighbor wife. You understand? Right? Neither the soldier not innocent neither. As Job 4 and 7 said, whoever perish be innocent, or where were the righteous cut off. You understand? Let me read this again. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 29. So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. And that's why the Most High is allow Adam to grind on your woman. Right? The Most High is do that. Allow Adam to grind on your woman. This is Job 31, verse 9. If my heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have lay wait at my neighbor's door. You understand? I was just reading Proverbs 6. You understand? Right? Verse 10. Then let my wife grind on another, and let other bow down upon her. So the Most High gonna let other men beat out your woman. You understand? Because this is what you do. Right? And that's how the Most High is judged. The Most High judge a man by his deed. So if you go and you go have sex with another man or woman, which is a sin to death, which is adultery, which you and the woman supposed to be put to death according to the laws in Leviticus, right? According to Leviticus, let me quote the correct precept, Leviticus 20 and 10, it's supposed to be put to death. So in the time of grace, you gotta repent from those things. So the Most High allow other men to grind upon your woman. You understand? To grind upon your woman. Job 21 and 10. Then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. You understand? And why the Most High allowed it to? Because we commit adultery against the Most High. Right? We commit adultery because the Most High marry unto us. Right? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we marry unto the Most High by a covenant. And by we going on and worship other gods like Jesus, Selassie, Allah, material things, anything that you put before the Most High is a God. So the Most High sees a jealous God. So the Most High allow other men to grind on your woman, right? This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 12. It said, my people ask counsel, are they stuck? And who's the Most High people? Read it to the beginning of this lesson. Isaiah 44 and 1. The children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian. He said, Hosea 4 and 12, he said, my people ask counsel at their stock, right, which is the idols, and their staff declare it unto them, for the spirit of whoredom had caused them to err. These religion that our people following caused them to go astray, go off the path, right? He said, and they have gone a whoring from under their power. So they gone a whoring by following all these different doctrine, right? It says, verse 13, they sacrifice upon the top of the mountains and burn incense upon the hill, under the oak and the poplar and the elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughter shall commit whoredom, and your spouse shall commit adultery. So the Most High said, because we went and worship these other gods, the men, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we went and worship other God. The Most High said your spouse gonna commit adultery. The Most High put the spirit on these women to do that. You understand? Right? Because we do that to the Most High do it back to us. Be not deceived. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that shall he reap. Yes, be rewarded according to your deeds. If your deeds evil, you're going to receive evil. Your deeds good, you're going to receive good. This is how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is judged, the true God of heaven and earth. Right? The God of Israel, the God of Jacob, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is how he's judged. Right? He said, therefore your daughter shall commit whoredom, and your spouse shall commit adultery. Verse 14, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouse when they committed adultery, for themselves are separate, with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that do it not understand shall fall. And that's why we fall in. And that's why I open with Hosea 4 and 6. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You understand? That's why we got to turn back to these ordinances. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian. We got to turn back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and rehearse these righteous acts and keep his ordinance to our best ability. You understand? To our best ability. Right? So let me finish off Hosea 4 and 6. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. And that's why we're being destroyed as a people. You understand? That's why we got to repent. That's why the Lord got his spirit on the brothers out there, the sincere brothers across the globe, doing these lessons, these video epistle, being out on the highways and byways, exhorting you Israelite, rebuking you Israelite, telling you your fault, so you can correct your ways. You understand? Repent. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, or else you are going to perish. Right? And with that, Obus Testimonies Edifying, I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Millstone. A blessed salutation to the Achems worldwide who pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the Lord's elect.